There are way more followers in the world than there are leaders. And then we have thought leaders. We have idea leaders. We have people that sit up every day with inventions and ideas trying to figure out what new perception, what new idea can I drop on the world. Never assume that people think of you the way you think of yourself. What perceptions are you creating? If you're going to put these negative perceptions out there about yourself, at least be conscious of it. When I wore that outfit, when I put on all that weight because I stopped working out, when I show up and I'm hanging out with these type of people, when I wear my hair like that, when I talk like that, when I get loud like that, when I get crazy like that, anything good, amazing, negative, horrible, or malicious, we are perception creators. We have control of the way people think of us. So to give the world anything any different than the perceptions that are already out there about you, everybody is shocked, like, oh my God. Never assume that people think of you the way you think of yourself. Once you decide to put these perceptions out there in the universe, if you're not content with the way most of the people think of you, now you're on a mission to change those perceptions. And when you change those perceptions, people are going to either decide to roll with you or not. You are a gift from God. You have been blessed with so many gifts and talents, natural gifts, natural talents, that if you unleash everything that you're capable of doing on the world at one time, it's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be too much. You are a gift from God. You have so many talents. If you drop too much on people at one time, it's going to be overwhelming. The only limits that are created are the ones that you create for yourself. Who am I to not take advantage of my America? I am a perception creator. I'm going to get you to think of me the way I want you to think of me. I am in control of the perceptions that I put out there in the universe. Now, in the midst of this, I'm going to piss a few people off. Why? Because as I do interviews, as I make comments, as I tweet certain things, it may be grammatical errors and typos and this and that, whatever the case may be, I'm putting these perceptions out there in the universe. People are deciding if they're rocking with you or not. I never claimed to be the biggest star. I'm me. I'm every bit of me. As a matter of fact, I never wanted to be the biggest star because I've been around some of the biggest stars in the world, and I don't like the pressure that comes with being considered super A-list. We are perception creators. And if you have a problem with the way other people think of you, you have the power to change them. We are perception creators.
Go buy 30 days worth of greeting cards, and every day you tell her something about herself, something special. You're going on a trip with her, a marriage retreat, you make sure you get roses on the bed, whatever you need to do. And treat her like the queen that you know how, but you got so focused on business and blowing up that guess what? You making money, but you lost your wife. So do what you did in the beginning and we're gonna be all right. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Change your perception. We never have to lose our marriage, but we lose it because the perception changes. Amen. You lost value. That's all. You lost the value of it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You lost the value. I need you to get the value back. I need you to get the value back. We blew up. I'm still doing the Advantage every Monday, every Tuesday, Michigan State University. People like, you blew up, you doing, listen to me, it's so bad, I'm telling the people that book my gigs, don't book no gigs on Monday. Try your hardest not to book no gigs on Monday. Why? You got a chance to make thousands of dollars. Why would you do? Nope, I gotta stay close to the place that blew me up. I gotta stay, listen to me very closely. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. As a company, we have blown up. There are people in our company, they used to do one thing, they're doing something totally different. I guarantee you I'm doing exactly what I was doing from day one, and I have not changed. I'm still hitting middle schools. I'm still killing the babies in elementary school. How bad do you want to write? Eight parts of speech right now. How bad? Let's go. 8 parts of speech. Count to 10. Come on, 10. Now backwards. I'm still in the elementary schools. I hadn't lost value. And the reason why some of you aren't successful is because the value you had that thing when you first started doing it, you don't have that same value no more. You don't treat that thing the way you used to treat that thing when you first got that thing. And so what God is saying is, I need you to change your perception, because once you change your perception, everything changes, son. Once you change your perception, the value changes. And once the value changes, the energy that you give it is totally different. I remember it was a time I was like, I'm good on that. Somebody said, no, E, you missing it, you missing it, you missing it. I was like, I know, but I'm just not. I could speak 10 times if I wanted to. I'm only doing about 3 or 4, like I ain't really on that. It was like, E, you're missing it. You're not seeing the value. I want you to pray in this room right now, because God gave you a job, and that was the job that was going to take you to the next big opportunity. But because you don't value what you have right now, you can't get what's next. You have now disrespected, like you don't even use the gift no more. You have disrespected it. God said, I want to show you something, son. So what I need you to do is I'm going to need you to do 5 or 6 gigs. I don't need you to I know what you're doing, but I'm going to need you to go a little bit harder. Now, you ain't got to lose your marriage and you ain't got to be all over the world, but I need to switch some stuff up. And I said, okay, God, you guys show me, because I just don't speak for money. That's just not my thing. God said, do you think I gave you all these opportunities? You think I connected you with all these people for you not to make billions, son? Have you lost your mind? I was like, God, I just don't see. He said, the perception. Okay, this is what I want you to see. I want you to see that. Listen to me, y'all. For every, you know how many kids I had called? Because it's the end of the year, they got to get their tuition paid so they can get their grades. And God says, for every opportunity, for every business that you build, you ain't got to take it and buy a Rolls Royce, but take that $100,000 and send some kids to school. Just because you don't need stuff, just because you ain't necessarily trying to compete against other speakers, I gave you this opportunity, and the reason why you're not doing it the way I told you to do it is because you don't value money, because you're thinking about self, and I know you don't need $1 billion, but the work that I call you to do is going to require $1 billion. Son, you young. When you was in your 20s, it was good to inspire. Then in your 30s, you start empowering. Now I need you to employ. You think I gave you all of this and all this anointing for nothing? My people need to be employed. Start with your church. They shouldn't be begging, looking for jobs. Create one for them. So when somebody got a deal, you ain't got to say no because you don't want the money, because you live in the same crib. That's cool. But I never gave it to you just for you. So the value change.